Thanks,
We
James.
appreciate it.
All right, we have to show you this interview. It happened in Florida this week between an anchor woman trying to do her job and Joe Biden. She asked him some tough questions, and Joe Biden didn't like it very much. Wait until you see his response to some of her questions. Let's roll.
You may recognize this famous quote, from each according to his abilities, to each according to his needs. That's from Karl Marx. How is Senator Obama not being a Marxist if he intends to spread the wealth around?
Are you joking? Is this a joke?
No,
Or is that a real question?
that's a question. Now, you recently said, mark my words, it will not be 6 months before the world tests Barack Obama. But what worries many people is your caveat, asking them to stand with him because it's not going to be apparent initially that he's right. Are you forewarning Americans that nothing will be done and that America's days as the world's leading power are over?
No, I'm not at all. I don't know who's writing your question.
You know what's interesting is that Democrats always preach this openness, that we're going to answer your questions. Throw anything at us, we're Democrats, we're going to open and answer your questions. So one wonders then if this is not, is this what an Obama administration would look like when asked on a podium at a press conference, answer these questions? Who's writing your question?
Are you joking?
Are you joking? I'm not going to answer that question.
Yeah.
They talk about openness and yet completely not answering these questions.
Because this interview actually went on longer than that.
Right.
For many, many minutes, and he had the same response to almost all of her questions.
And the same station was supposed to interview Joe Biden's wife. The Obama campaign canceled that interview, unhappy with the questions. I don't think they were that extreme, that shocking.
I mean, she was obviously trying to do a new
They were
spin.
digging, but
Everybody has asked him, or should be asking him, what did you mean when you said that Barack Obama would be tested? That's not an unfair question. He said it. They're asking him to clarify. So she was trying to go one step further. Are you saying that, you know, the U.S. will sort of lose its dominance? And he won't even hear the question. He dismisses her sort of out of hand.
Maybe it was odd for him because suddenly hear her, he's answering questions, and she suddenly pulls out a question from the Communist Manifesto.
probably surprising. But this speaks to what you talked about, because the Obama campaign went on to say, hey, we can interview with whoever we want, and essentially they said interviews with this station, not likely in the future.
Yeah.
It might tell us what his administration will look like in the future.
Well, we've been saying, look, 9 days until this election. So suddenly the campaigns are pulling out some of the big guns, so to speak, on the campaign trail.
Star power.
Yeah, a little star power.